Hi folks, Greg from AOK here on a fall day 2010 in Rock Hill, New York at our lakefront property. This was a landscape maintenance, clean up the property, fix things, replace things, just about everything you can imagine on the exterior with a little interior work as well. Out here it's a lot of leaves on the ground, so we're going to come back and take another segment with the leaves blown in a week or two, but we don't want to do it now because we'll be doing it again. We did some planting out here. We changed the rock color. We cut back all the trees that were fully overgrown, removed all the dead plants, and basically that's the front entry. And next year we're going to take these trees back a little more. We just didn't want to over prune them because if you take too much too quick, sometimes you can do more damage than good. As you come around, you'll see a section here with natural fieldstone. This was a railroad tie retaining wall, with vertical railroad ties, random heights with the 70s thing. We replaced it with these rocks from the property, keeping the two-tiered effect. We did some planting, some low-lying, spreading purple the whole year. Go nice with the white rhododendron. And keeping around, leaving as much of the existing landscape as possible. All of this was there, existing. It looked good, so we left it and we'll work with it. Fixed and repaired all lighting. And as you can see down here, on our earlier segment, this was overridden with weeds and mold and mildew. It's all been cleaned. This whole area above us has been completely pruned back. It was overgrown. You couldn't drive a vehicle through without driving through the branches. Up on top, again, with the amount of leaves on the ground, it's hard to see what we've done, but we've cleaned out all of the underlying brush, all of the dead plantings, walkways, rock wall areas, all were weeded, power washed, and regrouted. Retaining walls repainted. More lighting repairs. And in the interest of not being redundant, this is basically what we did. So we're just going to walk you through the property, and I'll mention a few things as we go along. This area is a bridge that was there, had some posts on it and rope. He's still undecided what he'd like to do with this, whether we're going to replace it, eliminate it, so we didn't really put any extra effort into that yet, other than just a basic power wash. Now this area is one of the areas we're most proud of. If you remember this walkway from the earlier segment, I hope we took good video of it, but sometimes we don't. This was overridden. I mean, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't even know there was concrete under here. And we cleaned it. It's approximately 200 feet. And it winds down from in front of the house to the back of the house. So I just want to stop right here and point out our deck. If you remember earlier, the deck went till about here. What we had to do in the interest of safety and keeping what was salvageable, we had to rip that 12 feet of deck off. And at some point down the line, it's going to be replaced with stairs coming off of this end. But for now, we just shortened up the deck, replaced all the decking on top, added some temporary support, and restained the entire deck, which we'll show you up top. But basically, this section was rebuilt, section was removed, and everything that remains is in satisfactory condition. Coming down this way, more of that cleaned up concrete walkway. And if you remember, our patio underneath this deck was completely caved in, undermined from drainage over the years. Homeowner didn't want to do a complete redo, so we just took apart what was here, straightened it out the best we could, and regrouted it, and we think it looks pretty good. Coming on down back by the lake, continuing with that walkway, and this is probably a shot from the first segment. coming through here was completely overgrown. We've cut back several trees, cleaned all the underbrush up here. It was about 6 years worth of landscaping here. We cleaned it up. Any raindrops on the screen, we apologize. It's starting to rain, but we'll try to get finished up today. The rest of the walkway, remember that S-deck? We replaced multiple boards, power washed it, have it ready to be stained. The back area, we've re-landscaped and created some areas for low maintenance and for some picnicking. All of these areas in the spring, we're going to take some follow-ups as we'll be doing the maintenance annually on this property. We're going to landscape all of these areas, and in a couple of years this will be a breathtaking, if not already, landscaped section by A-OK. But we want you to come back again on a better day. But before we let you go, just come on up this way and let's show you the deck real quick. Seems like the first video we took, we were in 3 feet of snow, Joe. Take a good shot of the house, Joe. It's a beautiful house, chalet style, with a little rustic touch. You can see, I don't know if we took that particular shot before, but the outside of the deck really, with the cleanup and the staining, Joey did a great job. Looks good. And continuing on to the south side of the house, we moved some round pavers to connect all walkways. This was a vacant spot. This is where those concrete picnic tables that you just saw down there used to sit here and basically block the traffic. So we moved it down there and opened up the traffic. Barbecue. Only thing we didn't fix. This area was completely overridden, again with the leaves down, but we applied all that salt and pepper gravel throughout the whole thing. Good for maintenance. All these circles, stone patio stones, are all clean, power wash. Our deck, take a good shot of those stairs, Joe, and the railing, because I know you took those when we came up. They look like new. Come on up. We just had it cautioned off because we just finished staining the other day.
Cool.
He's always trying to help. Okay, so you can see up here. Take them around, Joe. We put some of their lawn furniture out to simulate some seating areas. And if you remember this deck from the first segment, if you didn't watch the first segment first, you're going to have to go back to see the before, because I tell you, this came out excellent. And what we did with the few boards that we could salvage from the old deck, we took and utilized them in the old section and replaced boards that were failing here. So we try to stay green also throughout all our projects. As you can see, we used the standard 5/4 by 6 decking, and I felt it best just to keep it all the way through at this and make a transition on a corner. I felt it was the least noticeable. We have a little height issue, but we sanded that down and tried to make it as comfortable as possible. But at some point, the decking is going to have to get replaced on the rest of the deck. So this will buy them a few more years. All right, you can see the lake out there, a beautiful home here in Rock Hill, New York. We'll take you back on a nice day before the snow flies. Greg from A-OK.